This is the Tennessee Titans mock-off season, where I'll be stepping in as the general manager and making all the cuts, trades, free agent signings, and draft selections. Now let's take a look at the players that I decided to cut. Now the only real significant one is Tony Pollard, the running back. I think we need some youth at that position. Pollard is not a terrible player, but I don't think he fits our timeline, so that's why we're cutting him. And the rest of the guys that you see here are mainly made up of practice squad players. I also went ahead and restructured the contracts of Dan Moore Jr. and Jeffrey Simmons. It would save us about $19 million in cap space. The next move that I made was trading Calvin Ridley to the Las Vegas Raiders in exchange for a 4th-round pick. We also put through the trade that happened in real life between the Jets and the Titans, obviously, where the Jets got T'Vondre Sweat and the Titans got Jermaine Johnson. For the players that I decided to bring back, the most significant ones are tight end Chig Okonkwo, as well as Kevin Zeitler, the offensive lineman. The rest of the guys are mainly depth pieces for this roster, and I'll show them here. And for the players that I brought in from the outside, we'll start with edge rusher Kwity Paye. I think he would be a great fit on this team, and you're also taking him away from a division rival, which makes a lot of sense, as well as Alec Pierce, the wide receiver from the Colts, who is going to get a lot of money in free agency, but the Titans are one of the teams that can't afford to go after him, and it makes a lot of sense when you need help in the wide receiver room. I also went ahead and brought in Nick Cross from the Colts, taking away a lot of division rival players, but it makes sense. Nick Cross is a good safety. This defense needs a lot of help. The next guy I'll talk about is Cordell Flott, the cornerback from the New York Giants. I think he would also be a great fit on this defense. And we also brought in Tyler Linderbaum, probably the best center on the current market. It makes sense. You need help at the center position. Why not go after the best of the best? Now let's take a look at my draft. I'm not going to sit here and talk about each and every player. What's most important is the positions that I do go after. We will talk about the notable picks, starting with David Bailey, the edge rusher from Texas Tech. I think he's the best edge rusher in this class, and I think he'd be a great fit on this young defense. And that goes the same for my next pick, Caleb Banks, the defensive lineman from Florida. I think he would be a great partner for Jeffrey Simmons. The next pick is Malachi Fields, the wide receiver from Notre Dame. Him and Alec Pierce would put together a very solid wide receiver room for Cam Ward. And the final guy we'll talk about is Mike Washington Jr., the running back from Arkansas. We just cut Tony Pollard. We need a number 1 running back on this team, and I think Mike Washington Jr. could be that. But let me know what you guys think about my mock-off season, and what would you do if you were the Titans general manager?